Morning, everybody. Welcome to the daily currency call. So before I start, just help me with this poll. Is this your first time here? Yeah. So this is the daily currency call where Jin shares his analysis and ideas for a specific currency for each day. So today is Thursday. We will be doing the yen and gold. So just a quick look at the poll. Yeah, I do see quite a number of first timers here. So help me with the next poll. How did you get here? Where did you know this webinar from? So while you are filling out the poll, just a quick disclaimer here. This webinar is going to be very beneficial to both long-term investors and short-term traders. We will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Yeah. So quick look at the poll again. Yeah, we have quite a lot of people coming in from the Traders Club. So, and a lot of first timers here. So a quick introduction about Jin. Jin is the founder of LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase. He teaches members of the LCMS Traders Club on how to trade FX. And for Forex Briefcase, he trades an account with more than US $10 million on a daily basis for his managed account clients. He's also an international speaker where he speaks in countries like Hong Kong, UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and of course in Singapore, sharing his views about the FX market. Yep. So with so many of you coming in from the Telegram channel, I would like to just show you guys what is the Traders Club about. So if you take a look at my screen, just sharing it. Yep. So this is the Traders Club, a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, and coach you to be a better and more profitable trader. This is the place to be regardless of whether you are new, experienced, part-time, or even full-time trading. So if you have joined us from the Telegram, you have been receiving our signals such as this for free. But we tell you where to enter, but you do not know where to exit. So in the Traders Club, we actually give you the signals earlier, and we actually tell you the strategy behind the signals and actually guide you on where to exit with specific reasons. So for example, this signal, it accompanies with a chart and also the strategy behind the signal in the 5 steps analysis strategy. And then in the Traders Club, we only tell you, in the Telegram channel, we only tell you where do we TP. But in the Traders Club, we actually tell you exactly where to secure your profits, whether it's a TP1, TP2, or TP3. Like for this case, we actually suggest to secure profits on TP2. So these are things that you don't get in the Telegram channel, but you get in the Traders Club. So why do we do this? In the long run, you not only earn from the signals, but you also learn how to trade better. So if you want to learn new strategies or require some coaching on Monday, so we have 2 members-only live Zoom sessions on Monday and Wednesday evenings to run through trade ideas, teach you new strategies, and update you on recent market and economic developments. So on Monday, we usually do an economic roundup of last week so that we get you ready to trade for this week, signals coaching, and also group coaching by Jin. So this is the best time to pick Jin's brain on pretty much any trading related questions you might have. And on Wednesdays, we do tutorials such as how to tell the trend, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, divergence. So on Monday and Wednesday, we do these regular webinars to support you in your trading and learning. So lastly, we have a wide range of analysis like the currency watch list, which we push out every day. We push out trade ideas too. Yeah. So we have all these analysis to provide you with the best information to shortcut your way to trading success. So to join this group, you just have to hop on to tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. It is a paid subscription of $199 a year, which is less than $1 a day. So if you are feeling uncertainty or taking unnecessary risks on your trades, you need to join the club to get some guidance towards profit and some coaching to improve on your confidence and strategy immediately. So trading with a close-knit group, a community with senior traders, coaches, and especially Jin around to guide us, your trading journey can be enjoyable and definitely profitable. So if you haven't already, click on the link to join our LCMS Traders Club immediately. Yeah, so with that, I'll pass the time now to Jin for the currency call.
All right. So today is Thursday. We are talking about what are we talking about? Yen pairs, the US yen, the pound yen, the euro yen, gold as well. We're talking about all that. What happened today? What happened today was early this morning we had, the FOMC. We had good news coming from Australia. We had good news coming from the from New Zealand as well. So overall market has been moving quite nicely. I'll show you the charts right now. No, actually, I won't show you charts. Looking at the charts first, I'm switching it around a little bit this time. Looking at the charts first, the Aussie US, as we spoke about early this week on Monday, we spoke about the Aussie US. It was moving across, tested that 7522 level. Now it looks like it's climbing up, possibly towards the 7732 level. It started its move upwards already. That has been that 50 pips there so far. I think that it might continue with a little bit of volatility or take profit as we approach the end of the week. So the Aussie dollar moving somewhat movingly according to what we planned or what we projected. The New Zealand dollar is doing very nicely. New Zealand dollar compared to what we said this Monday, if it breaks above that 7100 level, we could look at it going higher towards the 7179. So that's moving as expected because of very good GDP numbers coming out this morning. We had that 14% from a previous minus 11% revised number. The Euro US is moving as what we spoke about during the Monday session and also during the later sessions with the Traders Club. Zooming in a little bit, you can see that we said it was going to test that 1.21, came close to that 1.21 zone, tested and is bounced off, looks like it's heading towards the 1.2271 level. So if you did jump into that trade, you would be about good 50 over pips into the money right now. The Euro Pound, I'm still waiting for my part 3 of my trade analysis. Part 1 was that upward move as it played out. Part 2 was that coming down to test at 9024 level. I'm looking forward to part 3, where I hope to see the Euro Pound climb up off 9024 towards 9122 and possibly even higher. So that's again, I'm super happy with the analysis. And then the last one yesterday, we spoke about the pound US dollar. I was saying, look to buy above that 1.3452 level. You got that 70 pips upward move. If you did jump onto that trade, you'll be up 75 pips right now. Okay. So why I wanted to do a quick recap at this point is, you might have jumped into that trade at 75 pips. We did say that we could see further upside, but that first line is at 75 pips. At this point, I think that we might see a bit of a retracement on the pound dollar before possibly going any higher at this point. Okay, a lot of things to pay attention to. We spoke about pound dollar yesterday already, so I'm not going to go into the news of what could move the pound dollar past or from that retracement back higher. Check the video from yesterday. But the one thing you want to pay attention to here is this morning at 3 a.m. Fed FOMC statement. Go read the statement. FOMC rate decision held at 0.25%. Press conference came out, and the Fed was pretty dovish. Right, they're rather dovish, saying that they're going to continue. Although they're going to continue the stimulus, that was a bit expected. They're going to maintain that buyback program. They're going to keep doing this until the economy recovers. So, not putting a timeline onto it, they're going to keep doing it until it recovers. That actually led to further US dollar weakness. Okay, that's why you saw the Aussie dollar, the Kiwi, the Euro, the pound, everything pushing higher as we saw that dollar weakness come around because of what the Fed said. That continuous stimulus, which is pumping more money into the market, that continuous support to make sure that the economy recovers, okay, towards their target. So that should give you a broad-based bias towards what you could expect to happen to the U.S. dollar. You know, further weakness into the dollar, but in relative terms, I think that we might see it as not a long-term weakness, more a medium-term weakness. Some other things to pay attention to today is the Swiss interest rate decision and the press conference. They are going to keep it at minus 0.75% negative rates. Look forward to the press conference and the statements because there's a lot of talk about the whole currency manipulator tag for Switzerland and whether this is going to lead to them, not intervening on their currency or whether to continue. So that might actually move the Swiss franc a little bit. This morning, one of our guys on Traders Club just shared their trade ideas on the US Swiss franc as well. So that's going to be quite interesting. I gave my thoughts there already. Then we have the pound rate decision. Again, not expecting any change. Not expecting any change in the way they vote. But you can see that they're probably thinking that QE might drop a little bit. Okay, so that might actually, although I don't think it's going to push prices too much because of this, the main thing right now for pound is that optimism, that likelihood of a deal on Brexit coming around. So I do think that we might see further upside on the pound dollar. And then US housing starts, building permits. If you attended a 4-day course, you know why I look at building permits, but not much change going from 1.544 to 1.550. I don't think there's going to be a big change there. And then because we are talking about yen today, yen and gold today, look at it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I think it's going to happen around during this call or slightly before this call. We're going to see the Bank of Japan release their rates decision, most likely or definitely going to hold at minus 0.1%. Policy statement, pay attention to that. Go read the statement. Are they going to increase on their QE? Are they going to increase on their repurchasing program? Right? Are they going to try and weaken the yen? I don't think they will at this point because the dollar is weakening too significantly. So even if they tried to weaken the yen, it would counter their efforts. Okay, so at this point, I think that although the news is going to come out, I don't think the yen is going to weaken at all. Okay, so that's the news for this 2 days in the week. Looking at the charts again, looking at the US yen in particular, at this point now sitting at 103.31, very, very low point. I will put it in the daily time frame. The last time it hit that point was back in November. Zooming out, the last time it went to that point was back in February, where it went down, touched 1.10235 and went straight back up. So we are at a very low point on the US yen now. Heading back onto the H4 time frame, I would say that we could sit here, bounce at this 103.31 level, 103.31 level. However, what I would be looking forward to is not for it to bounce up. I'm not looking to buy the US yen upwards because we are looking at that dollar weakness, because we are looking at the Bank of Japan not going to do much in terms of stimulus or decisions. I'm looking for still that sell, that downward move. I'm looking for it to break that 103.31 level. So look at it at about 103.20, 103.20, 30 pip stop loss, 70 pip take profit. You are looking at a 1:2.5 risk reward ratio. I'll be very, very, very happy with that. Okay. You could be a little bit more risk adverse and let it break 103. But if it breaks 103, you don't have that much downside to trade. 50 pips, have a very tight stop, 25 pips. So you wait for it to break 103 if you're risk adverse, 25 pips stop loss, 50 pip take profit, still a 1:2 risk reward ratio. So that's the US yen, quite straightforward, follow trend, US dollar weakness, yen going to not make any changes, expect that trend to continue heading down. The euro yen on the other hand, we see euro dollar climbing up. We see euro dollar climbing up. We see the yen dropping. This explains that whole reason why it's sitting across. Euro dollar moving up higher, yen coming down. That conflict, that offsetting is still sitting at that 126.16 level, right? So Traders Club members, we spoke about this. If it does break 125.72, we say we'll sell. I don't think that's valid anymore. At this point now, I would say don't look to trade the euro yen. It is trading within this 80 pip range. Let it break either the 126.98 or 125.72 level before making any decision whether you want to trade it higher or lower. I would be looking to trade it higher instead of lower. Look to do counter trend only when you have that risk capital available, from other good trades that you have made. So not a lot of attention paid onto euro yen for this, but look at the pound yen. Look at the pound yen. The last time we spoke about this, Traders Club members, on Monday night, we said that it was possibly going to come down, hit that 138.29 level, and then bounce off this point, break that 139.17, and possibly towards the 140. So that green line exactly, price moving exactly according to that green line. I think Alfred was one who did this analysis. That trend is in the Traders Club already. So go check back on that if you want to find out more about analysis of why we looked at this and why we looked at that interim point of 138.31. So at this point now for the pound yen, I would say that it looks like it's going to sit across and possibly come down from this point, right? Follow how the yen is moving, coming lower. I think that the pound yen might slowly shift a bit lower towards 139.17 to test that support again. Also because looking at the pound dollar, looks like it's slightly extended. It looks like it's going to retrace back down. So if the pound retraces back down, with the yen retracing, trending down as well, the pound yen, I do feel that we're going to see a bit of a retracement back down towards the 139.17 level before possibly bouncing back up again. So I'm looking for that move. And then finally, gold. The last time we spoke about, zooming one more, the last time we spoke about it, we said that it's going to test 1850 and possibly come down towards 1800. Came back down a little bit and then ran straight back up, with that dollar weakness, with that possible shift towards a little bit of a shift towards reserve. We've seen that, yen strengthening, we've seen gold dollar weakening, we've seen gold now gaining. And we've seen Bitcoin going up towards 20,000 already. At this point now, I think that we might see continual shift towards reserve. So if anything, I think that we might see gold possibly retrace, test 1850 before possibly testing 1900 again. I am not too sure whether it'll get to 1900 in a rush. because of the somewhat positivity coming in terms of vaccine, in terms of possibly markets, recuperating a bit. But that 1900 is still a possibility because also with that third, fourth, fifth wave that is happening across the globe. So we've seen several other economies, on lockdown already, Germany, the UK, and several others right now. So that continuous shift towards that reserve might actually still be in play. So went through all that yen pairs and gold. I'm super happy with how we've been looking at the previous projections, the Aussie, especially the Kiwi, the Euro and Pound. So if you feel a bit lost, make sure you head back, check the videos on what we've just done, and also check out the 4-day course videos. With that said, I'll pass it back to Jinwei.
Okay, thank you, Jin. Yeah, so look at the chat. I've just posted up some links. Our YouTube channel, do subscribe to it to get the daily recordings. Our Telegram channel for the free signals, and then the Traders Club link, and also the 4-day course link for the 4-day course. If you guys haven't joined, it will be up till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be taking them down. So if you have not joined the 4-day course, please join and then get the videos, watch the videos to get all the knowledge that Jin has just shared in the 4-day course group. Yeah, so do join us tomorrow for the Canadian dollar analysis. And yeah, that's the end of today's webinar. Goodbye.